This is a package from DJI. A lot of people are led to believe that iFlight and DJI are the same company because packages come from DJI with iFlight technology written on them. But I can confirm they are two completely different companies. iFlight RC just so happen to sell a lot of bind and fly DJI quads as well as non-DJI quads. They just have a similar name, iFlight RC, and DJI's parent company is iFlight Technology Limited. I really need to get a better unboxing knife. It's in a much smaller box than this box. This is the Fly More combo, so we've got the DJI FPV drone, the controller V2, the goggles V2, and then 2 extra batteries with a charging hub. First complaint, it's really easy to rip the box. You're supposed to pull these tabs up here for it to lift up, but that just rips straight away from there. Let's take a look inside. Ta-da! One thing that you don't get through the camera is just how small this thing is. It really is tiny. I mean, that's my hand. Some of you may know the size of the goggles. It is really tiny in the box. This should just lift out. The goggles should just lift out. We've got something underneath here, I hope so. And then the controller under here and some more boxes. The props in this one, 15 quid if you want a spare set of those. What? The props are 5.3 inches in diameter, so a little bit bigger than we have on our hobby grade 5-inch quadcopters. We usually go for 5.1 inches or 5 inches. The type of material that they are, very similar to the props that we have on our hobby grade quadcopters, and we've even got some writing on them as well. So they are a 53/28 pitch, and it's also got the direction on it. I really like this mechanism of putting the props on. I always thought that DJI would nail this for us, and I'd love to see this kind of thing in our hobby. Of course, you need a quadcopter that is sturdy enough to have a crash in the first place to be able to replace the propellers. Spare set of the propellers here, which is always good to have. No spare arms, though. Then we've got this box here. You get a lot of stuff in this box. So we've got a spare set of sticks in case you lose these ones, which is easily done, actually. They just press into the transmitter. But I'd prefer the folding mechanism myself, but there you go. Spare set of those if you lose them. Then we've got the dual band antennas for the goggles. They are 5.8 and 2.4 this time, so not interchangeable with the V1 goggles. Then we've got a USB-C adapter here, so you can just plug in a normal USB connector in there. And we have that USB-C connector here. And this is another connector, so that's a barrel connector for powering up the goggles, and that's USB-C there as well. We've got some manuals, sort of like a cream colour, the manuals, like you get with something that's been in the attic for a while. Then we've got the strap for the goggles and this case. But yeah, everything's sort of spread out in all of these boxes. We've got this box over here. Oh, that's heavy. Tell you what, when you used to spend 1,400 quid on a Phantom 4, you got a box that you could keep it in. You can do that with this, but all of this is getting torn up really easily with my heavy-handedness. But with the Phantom, you got a nice foam box. Would have liked to have seen that with this one. So in this other box, we've got the power supply for charging up the batteries. It's like that bespoke battery connectors, a bit like an XT60 connector, but a little bit wider. And then this is the battery for the goggles. So, oh man, it's just so much stuff, isn't it? You know, as somebody who is more concentrated on the hobby side of things, even I'm slightly overwhelmed by all of this stuff. Of course, if you are a seasoned DJI drone flyer, then you might think, where's all the other stuff? But yeah, quite a lot of stuff in this box to wrap your head around. You could probably maybe reuse this thing. It's a piece of foam that sits in the box for the goggles and the drone, but there's nothing for the controller. So you could get like your own storage case for it, get a bit of foam and make your own one up for it, I guess. I'm sure there will be ones that you can buy on the market as well. Let's see what's inside the Fly More combo. Hopefully something that's going to allow me to fly more. Oh, lots of foam. So there's your 2 batteries. They are 2000 milliamp hour 6S Lions, not lipos. So that might explain why they're so expensive. Maybe there's some high discharge Lions in there to get the flight time, but you would need high discharge to get the performance out of them. 139 quid though, compared to our hobby grade. 20 quid for the same sort of thing, maybe 30 quid. Smart battery, not a smart price. And you've got the XT DJI, that's what I'm going to call it. XT DJI connector on the top there. Then in here, this is like the charging hub. So you can charge the battery that came with the quadcopter and then your 2 other batteries. They've done that thing where they've put all the counterclockwise props in one box and all the clockwise props in the other box. Easy enough to guess though. Red, 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 black, black. It does let you put the wrong props on the wrong motor though. I wonder how many people that has caught out. So it's using a 1-axis gimbal, and it uses a combination of the gimbal and EIS to stabilize the footage. We have just the one camera here. And one thing that is just a big fail for me straight away is the props in shot of the camera. I mean, that is just a simple thing for me that we don't want. Now, all of the people who have bought this will just say, well, you can crop it. Fair enough, but I just think it would have been just an easy thing to just design it a little bit differently. But there you go. So the first thing you want to get if you've got this package, in my opinion, is one of these. When they released the DJI V1 Goggles, which are basically identical to these, except these work with the FPV drone, this foam faceplate here, it didn't fit anyone's face. Well, it didn't fit mine anyways. If you've got a more broader face, then it fits nicely, but narrower faces, it does not. So DJI recognized that straight away. It was one of our first complaints. You're welcome, DJI Drone World. You can get this foam faceplate, and this is so much more comfy. It gets rid of the light leak. It's, yeah, I couldn't do without this. And you might say, well, you know, this is for wearing glasses over the top with. I can't do without these. So if you are short-sighted, you might get a blurry image through there. My prescription is a -2. And I can't see anything worthwhile without these diopters. You don't need glasses. You can take your glasses off, nice and comfortable. The other thing, of course, is that you need 2 micro SD cards, which it doesn't come with. Now, you can order them on the site. You need an SD card for there, and of course also for the drone. And you're going to need a really fast one as well. I use the SanDisk Extreme Pro. That is these ones. They even have a little drone logo at the top if you are wondering which ones to get. We've got 2 cameras underneath, positioning cameras, and 2 on the front. I do believe, though, they will only slow you down. They won't stop you running into things. Interesting choice. I'd just rather not have them at all. Looks like that thing is like a module that bolts on, doesn't it? Then we've got a light under there and some sensors there. They've got an ND filter in front of them as well, so can't see what that is. They're usually ultrasonic sensors for height. 4K 60 on the camera, of course. It only outputs in, is it 810p to the goggles or 720p? And that's where we put the micro SD card, just a little cap that I've taken off there. And there's also a USB connection. The battery sits out the back there. Strange looking, isn't it? And looks like the motors, I think they are at the same height. It just looks different because we've got these landing feet up the front here and none on the back. So it's like, it's sitting on the battery, isn't it? That's never a fun thing to do. We try to avoid that. Yeah, landing straight on the battery. We call that a bottom mount. The first thing I'm going to do right away is get rid of the spring tension. Now, normally it'd be that side for mode 2 flyers, but I'm a mode 1 flyer, so take the back off, remove the spring tension. What you tend to find with DJI models and models in general that have altitude hold is that you can go a few percentage either way. It doesn't have to sit right in the center. So I suppose if you're used to a Mavic, you're going to want this. But if you want to do any of the acro mode or even learn how to, you know, manage your own altitude, then I'd take this spring off personally. So this one tightens up the spring tension or loosens it, and this one seems to get rid of the spring. You need a 1.5mm hex driver to do that. Ta-da! Why has he done it on the wrong side? That's the pitch. No, look up the difference between mode 1 and mode 2. I fly mode 1 because I'm ancient and been flying forever. You have to buy this separately. I think it's 139 quid as well. So one of these or a battery. Battery. Da, 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 da. Pew, pew, pew. Not pew, something else. I guess you're meant to hold it in that hand. Anyways, this is going to be a video for another day. Now, it's my opinion that we were accidentally, or maybe not so accidentally, missold this product outside of the US. One thing that I noticed when all of the reviews dropped of this product was that they were all American YouTube channels. And I only saw European reviews where someone had gone and bought the product and reviewed it themselves. And in FCC regulated areas, such as the United States of America, the drone will output 31.5 dBm on the 5.8 GHz band and the 2.4 GHz band, which equals to around about 1400 milliwatts of power, just a little bit over that. And that's a lot. That's more than an air unit, and it's more than a Cadex Vista. However, in Europe and the UK, in CE areas, it is outputting only 14 dBm, or as we know that figure in the hobby as 25 milliwatt in the 5.8 gigahertz band, and 20 dBm in the 2.4 gigahertz band, which is 100 milliwatts. So you can select it to always output on 2.4 to give you 100 milliwatts, but 100 milliwatts against 1400 milliwatts, the figures don't add up. DJI's website is saying that it will do 6 kilometers in a CE area and 10 in FCC. I don't believe that whatsoever. There is such a huge difference from 25 milliwatt and 100 milliwatt to 1400 milliwatt. Now, if you want to unlock it, because it's not an air unit or a Vista, you can't just put a single text file. What you can do is you can temporarily unlock it by paying for an app that someone has built, and then that unlocks it until the next time you plug your phone in. And I'm not suggesting that you should do that. In fact, to me, that is such an unhobbyist thing to do. You can watch my next video and I'm going to show you how to unlock it for free. Now, I'm going to get all of this set up, get everything charged and whatever, but my main objective, I have decided with this drone, is to speak to the people who have bought it and show them what is possible with what we can do with hobby quadcopters, because they already have the goggle, or you already have the goggle if you have bought this thing. Unfortunately, you don't have the controller. It would have been super if DJI could have made this compatible with the Cadex Vista and the air units, but they haven't. Don't know if that is on purpose or not, but, you know, we will never know. Because I'm already seeing cases of people buying this thing and going, oh, well, actually, I can't fly it in acro because if I touch a leaf on a tree, it's going to break an arm. But hang on, what is this Nazgul 5 from iFlight? and they are finding it that way. So I think that's a superb thing, and that's what I'm going to concentrate on. Oh, and I'm going to do some line of sight with it if I haven't broken it by then. So there you go, that is my unboxing of the DJI FPV drone. Look out on my channel for more things that I'm going to do with this, hopefully stuff that no one else has covered. As always, thanks so much for watching. Please continue to subscribe. Cheers.